Hi, this is Zeph Capo, president of the Texas AFT, coming to you from the capital of Texas. Just behind me is the governor's mansion. Our members from Central Texas are out here today from Austin, Hutto, Round Rock, Bastrop, and all of the Central Texas area locals to send a message to our governor that masks matter, that they help keep people safe, a message to our legislature that we must continue funding for public education. No cuts to the gains we made last session. It's important that the CARES Act dollars, or that the COVID relief dollars not get supplanted like they did in the CARES Act several months ago. Too many of our schools, too many of our school employees, too many of our students have been suffering under this pandemic. We've got to make sure that we utilize our funding to get them back on track. Everybody should understand that our schools in Texas have been open. They've been open for students that want to be in person. And our school employees have turned on a dime to do everything they can to meet the needs of their kids. And it's time that the legislature do everything that they can to meet the needs of our schools. I want to turn it over to our local president in Houston, Jackie Anderson. We've got actions happening all over the state. Jackie, what's happening in your neck of the woods?
Hi, I'm Jackie Anderson with the Houston Federation of Teachers. We're here today with our first and very important Ride for Public Education. We're here because it is high time that the state stops underfunding our schools. It is high time that our employees, our teachers, support staff get a decent living wage. It is high time that millions of dollars are spent on testing for STAR students. The test is meaningless. Teachers know where their students are. We know what they need. It's time for them to stop listening to the governor and listen to teachers and educators. We know what's going on in schools, and we know what to do.
Hey, Veronica, we're going to come to you now.
Me and Socorro? All right.
Yes, go
Good
for it.
morning, everybody.
All
Good
right.
morning, Texas. Holly.
Great job, Jackie.
We're live here in
We're going to come to you now.
Thank you. I'm live here in Socorro with several of our members. We're here because we want to tell our legislators our solidarity with all our Texas brothers and sisters to this legislative day of action. We want to continue pushing the importance of our upcoming school board elections and the critical role that these people have for our Socorro educators. We need you to support the incumbents to continue the momentum of supporting our interest in public schools. We are committed to stopping the expansion of publicly funded but privately administered charter schools that cost taxpayers $3.6 billion each year. We can't afford two school systems in Texas. Thank you, brothers and sisters across Texas. Let's stick together with our message to our legislators and publicly fund public education. Thank you. Now I'd like to pass it over to Ken.
Good morning. We are finishing up our press conference, urging Texas lawmakers to listen to educators, to fund our public schools, to stop funding a dual educational system without accountability, to pass a bill that has been filed for unemployment for our transportation workers, bus drivers, and monitors, and our cafeteria employees who are not employed during the summer. We also want the STAR testing to be taken away. All of those could be done by our legislature if they'll listen to what educators have to say. We are joined today not only with Alliance AFT members, but we have members from Southwest Dallas and from Texas United, which are suburban areas around Dallas where we're all working together for these goals.
Send it back to you, Anthony.
Hi, everyone. This is Alejandra Lopez, president of the San Antonio Alliance. We just concluded our car caravan. We're here in San Antonio ISD, and we are facing many of the same issues that educators and our unions are facing across the state. Particularly here in SAISD, we've seen other school districts issue retention bonuses to recognize the hard work of all of our workers during this pandemic. We know that we've been on the front lines and that we deserve more than words of appreciation. Unfortunately, our superintendent and board here in SAISD has not followed suit. People are feeling really undervalued and underappreciated. Words can only take us so far. Words can't pay our bills. They can't buy food for our families. And so we're really highlighting the fact that it doesn't seem like our board and our superintendent value the workers in our district. And so we're calling on them to issue a retention bonus, just like the other districts have. We also have board elections coming up. So, they should feel the pressure even more. We've got 4 board seats up, and we're running a powerful slate of candidates, including one of our very own Alliance members, because we're ready to flip the board here in SAISD. Thanks, y'all.
This is Zeph Capo, president of the Texas AFT. Thank you for all of those updates from around the state. It's amazing to see all of the actions taking place, the engagement of our members, fighting for the funding that we need for our public schools, making their voice heard in the best ways that we can during this COVID pandemic. Appreciate the updates. Thank you to all of our members who came out and participated in some action today, earlier this weekend, later this week. We'll be taking actions all this week to make sure that the legislature, the people in this house behind me, hear our voices and ensure that our kids, our communities, and our public schools are prioritized in this legislative session. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and stay engaged with your union, Texas AFT.